Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to have another young Indian with us, part of the Voice of the Young series. Right now, we have with us Daisy Rana. Let's listen to her. Over to you, Daisy.
Good evening, sir. So, first of all, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity and inviting me to this platform of yours, which is one of its kind, as it gives a chance to young students like me to voice out their opinions. Because this is very unusual that we, as very young people, you are making us feel recognized. So, that is a very unique aspect of this initiative of yours. So, first of all, a brief introduction about me. I'm Daisy. I have completed my bachelor's in economics from Lady Shri Ram College for Women, Delhi University. And currently, I'm pursuing M.Sc economics along with a specialization in environment and resource economics from TERI School of Advanced Studies, New Delhi. So, in economics, what I feel that the beauty of the subject lies in its interdisciplinariness. So, in economics, like for finance enthusiasts, there is financial economics. For those who are inclined towards political science and public policy, for them there is public economics. Those who are driven towards environmental preservation, they might be moved towards environmental economics, for example. There are so many different branches in economics, and that is the beauty of the subject, because I feel that everybody can relate to it in some way or the other. Everybody like finds a place in economics. Initially, when I chose the subject, I come from a humanities background actually. Class 11 and 12, I had humanities as my subject. So during college and now during my masters, as I'm specializing in environmental economics, so there is like environmental economics. When you talk about it, I feel that there is a sense of fulfillment. There is a meaning and purpose that yes, you are caring for the environment in a way that nobody else is doing, maybe because you're trying to estimate the economic value of the natural resources, and I think in today's time that is the only way out. For example, in environmental economics, when you try to estimate the economic value of a natural resource, you do solid research. You put forth the data about the value of that resource, the impact of its degradation, and there are so many tools and methodologies available to do that valuation part. So I feel that in today's times, the modern capitalist economies, so everybody is getting objective and thinking just in monetary terms. So the solution has to be in monetary terms. You cannot you cannot teach people in today's times that no, you should love nature, you should try to preserve environment. The solution lies in monetary terms itself. So you have to give away the solution in such a way that people feel that yes, it is urgent to save the natural resources, to because whatever economic growth or progress that we are seeing today, I think this is it was stated in a research report. So whatever economic growth that we are witnessing today, it will all be reversed after a few years if we keep on doing this thing. We keep on continuing this environmental exploitation. So that needs to be considered on an urgent basis, and that is what motivates me to move ahead with the subject. So yeah, and
Yeah, good.
apart, yes.
Good. TERI is a great place to be in.
Yes, initially, actually, I was very hesitant because it is not a general economics program, it is a specialization. And I had no background with regard to environmental economics, but the professors we have at TERI, and very recently, like the day before yesterday in class. So, very casually, ma'am just asked all of us a question, and somebody just said IT or finance or data science, somebody mentioned as a career. So she was amazed to see that nobody is concerned for that like what about their social responsibility? They just want to achieve peaks in their career, because in IT sector, data science, they are mushrooming very well. The packages are so high, so everybody is just inclined towards these fields. But she said that, for example, there is a concept of green building. So she said that everybody is going towards IT sector. What about other everybody is doing BTech computer science or data science? What about other fields like civil engineering, mechanical engineering? Like these days, uh, there is this concept, not concept, I would say, but you need to focus on supply side economics these days, because the strength of the economy has to be built. You cannot rely on demand side economics now, because we have been relying on Keynesian economics, the concept of demand side economics, for long now. But the demand has to be backed by savings, and you cannot rely on loan or credits and then create the demand. The strength of economy has to be built. And what will you do with IT and data science if you do not have that strength? And this I was talking about green buildings. So she said that because of these heat waves that we are witnessing these days. So the concept of green buildings and all, nobody is focusing on that. Nobody wants to become a civil engineer and work on how to design a green building. They're all going towards IT sector, because of higher packages. There is no motive. There is no purpose there. So the purpose is only the higher packages. So that is something worth considering. So yeah, I was talking about so and when we talk about environmental economics, so when we talk about research in this field, there are certain limitations. Like whatever is happening in Ladakh, people are they're on protest because of mining is going on, and so many things are going on. So there is no single methodology or tool that we can adopt to value the site. So, like there is household production function where you can account for health, time, and for like recreation sites, you take into account travel cost. So there are so many things, but for a site like Ladakh, you cannot go for one particular methodology. You cannot estimate the true economic value of the site. So that is the problem that researchers are also facing. This is Ladakh is just an example. It happens like with other sites and so many like infrastructure projects. If you have to do the cost benefit analysis, the thing is that you have to come up with a very comprehensive measure. So that is the challenge that researchers face, and I'm looking forward to getting started with a project in the field very soon. So I'm hopeful that I'll certainly learn something very useful,
Okay.
not just for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can I plant a thought in your mind?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. Partly talking about climate change,
Yes.
unfortunately, it's already happening and it's going to happen. It's too late to say, okay, we can stop it. We can't stop it. You saw a couple of years ago, there were floods, all 1/3 of Pakistan was flooded. Now you can say that's Pakistan and we are India, but unfortunately, nature doesn't know political boundaries.
Yeah.
It doesn't know the weather and the climate, they don't know the political boundaries. So Pakistan's too close for comfort. So we could, and Kerala has had floods and all. So
This.
we are, in a way, not even thinking about how to become resilient to any future climate change. We have some thoughts. I am wrong to say there's no thinking, but I'm saying it's not mainstream. It's not mainstream. We need to become mainstream that look, especially for young people, in your lifetime. They say 2050, and the older people think 2050, oh my God, who cares? But for the young people, 2050 is just halfway to their lifetime, right? So for them, if there's going to be chaos by then how are we going to respond to it? How do we prepare for it? And that's, what they call formally adaptation or resilience. And I think young people should focus their minds not just on trying to stop climate change, but also to see how we can respond to it and maybe even take advantage of some of the opportunities, or at least prevent the disasters that can happen. So that's just a thought that I want to plant, that look, don't just get swept away by mitigation, solar and wind and such energy efficiency. This is all needed, but realize that, look, it's going to happen. It's already happening, and how are we going to respond?
Yeah, the thing is, whatever I have observed in my friend circle as well, people are not so serious about it. Like, they think that whatever will happen, we will see it then.
Yeah,
The
but you
thing is,
can't. You
yeah,
can. You can't. You can't see it
this
then.
is the reason.
You can't see it then. It's too late. It's just preparation is essential. Yeah, I know most people aren't worried about it, but you are a specialist, okay? You are a specialist and you should be concerned about it. Most people, they don't understand these technical things, okay? They are just looking at it from a very, very generalist point of view. And, they just don't get it, put it bluntly. But you get it. You are here. You are looking at environmental economics. So I'm planting it in your head, not in your friend's head. So
I
that's
think the only way out is to spread awareness. I think quality research is the key in this area, and appropriate policy making, because there is no other way out that you can make people understand. So quality research is one thing, and putting forth data to keep putting it out in the public domains, that is very essential.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
Also, it has to be put out in very simple language so that
Yes,
layman can understand and realize the importance.
yes, definitely. And but this unfortunate thing is that the politicians, the leaders, they have a time horizon of 4 to 5 years. The next election. Sorry, but that's how it is. The next election. And what you are talking about, 4 to 5 years, is just the beginning. It's not the end. So it's incompatible with the thinking of leaders and politicians. They can say, I'm going to inaugurate a solar farm. Wonderful. I'm going to
What
inaugurate.
matters for them is election campaigning. So
This is, and it's all parties. I'm not being political. Okay, great. Solar farm, very good. Put it in my home state. This is what you experience. Okay, what's the green project I can do in my district? Okay, they're more because they want to win the votes, and that's democracy. Let's not fight again. But there's democracy, and then there are people who need to know the long run. And the key message of the environmental economics, according to me, is what are you going to do for your grandchildren? Are you going to leave them a wasteland? I mean, to people of my age, not to you, people of my age, and young, a little bit younger, what are you doing for your grandchildren? Are you leaving them a wasteland, or are you going to leave them a land that they can prosper in? So the long run thinking is key to environmental economics, and it's not easy for that to take hold of, especially among politicians and people at the top. They think, oh, what's the next 3 year plan? Okay, but 3 year plan is not going to do it, because you are dealing with a long run problem. You got to build it. So anyway, let me stop preaching. I'm just telling you that this is environmental economics. One generation, what sort of the environment you are bequeathing to the next generation? I mean, when I was young, our rivers were not polluted, but subsequent people have polluted them. Pollution doesn't happen randomly and on its own. It happens because people do the pollution, right? Then people say, oh,
Well,
rivers are polluted. That's just using the third party, you should say. Indian people have polluted the rivers. So that's who did it. It's not some foreign country that came and said, hey, we want to pollute your rivers, throwing garbage at it. No, they didn't. We threw it, okay, because we didn't realize that this is the long run implication. So I just want to drive home the message to you that protecting the environment is actually protecting the welfare of our children and grandchildren. So I try not to give the message in terms of the environment. I try to give my message that I'm not protecting the environment, I'm protecting my children and grandchildren. Because I don't want them to live in ashes and waste. Then they say, okay, fine, maybe that makes more sense because the environment is too abstract. It's too abstract. Anyway, let me stop talking. Let's listen to you.
and so, like, as a student of economics, the way I interpreted that, we have this concept of invisible hand, which Adam Smith proposed. That if everybody is acting out of their own self-interest, then there will be an efficient social outcome ultimately. But that is not working in in case of environmental economics when we talk about it. And maybe because the definition of self-interest might differ for individuals. For a nature lover, it is different, and for those who doesn't those who don't realize the importance of nature, for them it may be different. Also, there is there may be a difference between the short run self interest and long run self interest, because people do not realize that what is where does their self interest lie in the long run. They are just concerned about the self interest in the short run. Whatever they see immediately, they want to just achieve that. They're attracted by that. They just want to achieve that, falling prey to consumerism and all. Uh, and these days, I think economic power is the most important one. Not just social, and apart from social and political powers, I think economic power is very important, because capitalism and big entrepreneurs, like, they are impacting the political processes of the country. Not just national entrepreneurs, but those who are sitting in another country, they are impacting the political processes of another countries. So that is the thing. And for me, like, I feel that as young citizens, I feel that it is very important that we do not give away this economic power in wrong hands.
Right.
Not fully, yes.
Okay. All right. But to shift from this a little bit, not a little bit, quite a bit, tell us about your college days also.
About bachelor's.
Yeah.
So during bachelor's, I wouldn't say it was fun. I mean, the last 1 year it was fun, but like my the admission process and the initial classes, it all started with an online system.
Yeah.
So my admission was done online, orientation and everything, and classes went on online for 1.5 years.
Yeah.
So I was really missing my college days then, that I would how my college days would be like when I would go to off campus online off campus learning and all. So and when colleges reopened, it I had to give the semester exams. They were very near. Semester exams were very near. So I think the last 1 year was fun. It was fun.
Okay.
We had fests. I attended college fests, and yes, the most important thing that I think I missed out during my bachelor's was the core knowledge of economics. I think I lagged somewhere. I am really missing that now. So there is no way I can reverse that, but this is something I miss.
Okay. And any advice you have for young people?
With regard to what
Whatever, it's your advice. You have some learning, some tips, some hints, whatever is in your mind.
uh, so one thing is, try to gain knowledge, not just marks.
Uh,
That is one thing I would say. And another thing is, go for fulfillment in your career, not just higher packages. I don't know, I may sound very theoretical and impractical, but that is what my father keeps on advising me, and that is what I have realized, that these things matter, not just.
Mhm. Okay.
And
Is there,
another thing is,
yeah, please.
yeah,
Go.
the third one, which this is something which I came across very recently. I heard someone saying this. I don't remember it who said. But yeah, the third thing and the most important one, which I am very influenced by this thought actually. This is that don't do what pleases you, but do what is right. And once you know that this thing is right, be ruthless in doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing I would give out from my side.
Okay. Anything else you want to add here?
Uh, I had planned speaking about development economics and unpaid care work as well.
So go ahead.
Yeah. So actually, I recently attended an online lecture of Professor Kaushik Basu, the most renowned one of the most renowned economists. So he had shared this concept of shared economy. So in this concept, like what he has proposed is that whatever the share of profit that is earned in the economy, a small proportion of that should go to the capitalist, and rest of it should go to the workers. It should be distributed among the workers, because demand for mechanized labor is decreasing nowadays, so unemployment will anyways increase uh, because of this. At least for an initial period, it will. So it may sound radical, as he termed it, but like the reason he proposed that in 1800 something, when income tax was proposed, it sounded radical. The same way, like the feudal lords in the earlier times, they did nothing, but they were earning the revenue that farmers were producing, but they used to get a larger share of it. So that is the way he put forward, and I think that is very reasonable for me. Like it is not something that we cannot do, because we can circumvent the law. We can do something about it. It is worth giving a thought. Yeah. So
Okay.
unpaid care work, and like unpaid care work, which is mostly done by females in Indian houses especially. So both economies as well as economics, they have been male dominated for so many decades now, that this unpaid care work, household work, that it is not it is not marketed. So that is one thing that we as young researchers should work for. So trying to estimate the economic value of these things, like environmental goods and unpaid care work. So these are the things that are amounting to wealth and income inequalities, I feel. So inequality, one way to counter this increasing inequality is this, that quality research and appropriate policy formulation.
Okay.
So we as young people, and also the political process, you were mentioning about the election season, that how they are worried about their home states. Politicians are worried about just their home states, and election campaigning, that yes, we are spreading awareness about renewable sources of energy and all. So I think I'm a bit hopeful about it, because we are the ones who elect our they are politicians, they are our representatives, they represent us. So they are a reflection of us. If we are aware about our environment and we want to preserve it, so we should demand it from them. If we are demanding, then they would definitely have to work on it.
Yeah.
So this is one way that I'm hopeful about the political process in our country. So that is the thing, that once again, and I would like to repeat this thing, that we should be very careful about to whom we are giving away power, be it economic, be it political. We should be very careful as young citizens. We should be very careful about what actions we are doing. We should be very conscious of these things.
Okay. And I'm glad to hear it's very serious opinions and views from you. Anything else you want to add? Or are we done here?
Ones that I have started following some pages on social media, and
Good.
those people are like I'm really it's very interesting to know about their viewpoints. All of them are young people, and they are like their social media handles which I'm following. They're very inspiring. So this is one way that I have started utilizing my social media accounts. So yeah, I think that has worked for me.
Okay. Anything else you want to add here?
Uh, no.
Okay, so we are done here. So let me say thank you very much, Daisy. You have really given a very forceful exposition of the need to focus on the environment, and that the average person's not doing it, but we need to get ready for it. We need to do it with research and communication, and that's a great message. So let me thank you for that, and let's end it here now. Let's say bye to the viewers. I'll be back with another young person or an expert soon. Bye till then. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much, sir.